Who want a ticket straight to them pearly gates?
We're a couple of days after the CEO no reveal and players' heads are still spinning. Not getting a release date for Lydia, the summer update, the new stage, battle pass, all of this stuff is crazy. Just like I tweeted out on Twitter. Follow me if you don't. Subscribe to the channel if you aren't. But as we sit here, the player base is still trying to figure out when is this character going to be released. Because something that a lot of people are talking about, like if you search on YouTube, Tekken Lydia, like I did here, you'll see that her trailer for Tekken 7 released 3 years ago. It has 829,000 views. Above it, you'll see her trailer for Tekken 8. This has over 1 million views and it dropped 1 month ago. Dropping a trailer, a gameplay trailer with no release date a month later is pretty crazy. This is why a lot of people were hyped for CEO, because the stars we felt aligned. But also what made me even more confident that they were going to do a reveal at CEO is this right here. If we go to the second tab, you have this playlist here. This is the Tekken channel. As you see, Tekken channel, this is where they have a lot of the Tekken related stuff. They do trailers here, right? All of these are pretty much trailers, commercials, yada 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 yada. When you go to the playlist, you click on the Tekken 8 playlist and you see it says one unavailable video is hidden. You click show unavailable videos and you scroll all the way down and you will see a private video. Now this private video was added day one of CEO. Everyone thought this was the moment, but as we realized, it was not. Now the question still remains, when is Lydia releasing? And I think I have a answer as to when we'll get the announcement, because I see a lot of people, the reason why I really want to make this video is because I see a lot of people saying Evo, Evo, Evo. I still believe that Evo will not be Lydia. She will be out before then. In my opinion, it's just far too long to wait. Evo has released their numbers. We were talking a little bit how they were breaking records. They had over 10,000 people who were participating in this event. If you look at the numbers, Street Fighter is number 1. They have 5,200. Tekken 8 has 4,600. Guilty Gear 2,000. Mortal Kombat sitting all the way at a miserable 645. They need to do better. But I personally don't believe that Lydia will be announced at Evo. I think she will be out before then. And the question is, okay, when will she be announced? Moonsault, you were wrong about CEO. What's your next prediction? First, I want to debunk a prediction that's going on around the player base. I see a lot of people pointing to this Bandai Namco Summer Showcase as the place where we'll get Lydia's release date. And I honestly don't think that is the case. This mostly focuses on anime. And for the past 3 years now, whenever we've been either waiting for a weekly trailer for Tekken 8 or a DLC trailer for Tekken 7, they never ever released anything Tekken related here. When you scroll down and you look at the games that's featured, it literally tells us Dragon Ball, Gundam, Sword Art Online. Yeah, that's it. It has no mention of Tekken whatsoever. So even though this is on July the 5th, I would advise everyone to ignore it. And what instead I think people should be focusing on is a upcoming Tekken talk. I have this tweet here from Harada, and in my opinion, this was the answers we missed all along. If you look at what he says here, now this is, someone was talking about how they don't like Eddie on the main menu screen and they want him to be off. Do random, some people want Lydia on the screen, some people say just make it random. Let us just choose who we want to be on the main menu screen. In response, Harada says, I would like to make time somewhere. He says, we plan to include many improvements and enhancements, as well as many specifications that we have already begun working on, like the one that allows you to set your own favorite character on the menu. So this is pretty cool. Even though he's not getting too much into the details, he does confirm you will be able to set your character on the main menu eventually, but then he also says there's other things, other enhancements and specifications and improvements that will be coming, and it's incredible that they're continuing to work on the game. He says, however, since it takes a great deal more time to develop the next generation of consoles than in the past, the priorities of putting in developments and enhancements is an important point. We would like to decide on the priorities in a dialogue with the community. So this part's pretty interesting. The console lifespans are longer. The Tekken games are farther apart. No longer are Tekken games releasing 1 or 2 years apart. Now it's like 6, 7 years. There's some rumor going on that Tekken 8 will last 10 years. I have not seen the source of that quote. If you know it, if you find it, send it to me. And with this section here, he is saying we are prioritizing making sure Tekken 8 can reach that, can last that. And we want to have a dialogue with the player base to discuss the priorities. Now, here's where the Tekken Talk comes into play, because I think it's interesting. Like when he talks about having a dialogue, it's interesting because one, I don't think the player base has really had a voice like that, and I'm not really considering Twitter. I think Twitter at times is more of a problem than a solution. So another method of communicating directly to the developers, what does he mean? What is he hinting at? What is he talking about? You know, he says, I would like to have a forum for such discussions, but it's very difficult to do so with a simple panel, isn't it? We will have to talk about it at the Tekken Talk and gather feedback. Now, I captured this the last time that the Tekken Talk stood out to me, but I really was more so focused on CEO, but seeing how that came and went, it really sounds like a Tekken Talk will be announced very shortly. I'm expecting after July 4th for them to announce some kind of Tekken Talk. I don't think they'll do it before then. You really don't want to clash with a holiday and people are out celebrating, partying, whatnot. So I think they'll probably let that storm pass, Tekken Talk, and then do something. But another thing that I want to talk about is Fahkumram. I also see this discussion rising of players talking about which character comes next. A lot of the players are under the assumption that Marduk will be next. Some people feel that Fahkumram will be next, and to the players who feel like Fahkumram will be next, I have a few things that I want to show you. First off, we go back to this tweet from Harada that was made on 2/20/24, where he gives us a little hint at the DLC. Raccoon summer, koala autumn, hamster winter. For those of you who know raccoons, I can't remember it specifically, but raccoons is very important to like the country of Poland. This was teasing Lydia. Koalas, they originate in Australia, so this is kind of hitting towards Marduk. And then hamsters, that's more of an Asia thing, so that's hitting at Fahkumram. He is kind of confirming the order in this tweet here. But then also, if we look at the tournament format, the tournament order, you will see that it goes Evo, VS Fighting, Emirates Showdown, Punishment 3, and then TUG. TUG is the final tournament of the tour, not counting any of the finals or regional finals or grand finals, any of that stuff. This is just the normal tour. The final one is Tiger Upper. That is a Thailand tournament. It makes sense for them to announce the Thailand character at the Thailand event. And Tiger Upper, they liked a tweet, this is from a while ago, where someone was asking if Fahkumram would be revealed at their tournament in October. All the arrows is pointing towards Marduk being at Evo, but then Fahkumram will be highlighted at TGU, and then Lydia will be highlighted or released in this upcoming Tekken Talk that Harada is like teasing.